Embrace India's storytelling heritage and let your imagination soar in a land of cinematic wonders.
We will start the event shortly.
Discover the allure of filming in India. Waves Bazaar, the online e-marketplace, was first launched in January 2025, guided by the bold vision of Prime
May
Minister
kindly
Sri
stop the
Narendra
video.
Modi.
We will start the event shortly. May kindly please have a seat. Thank you very much for your participation to a seminar on India-Japan Next Generation Economic Partnership, Focus Gaming and Animation Today. 皆様、本日は日印次世代経済パートナーシップゲームアニメ業界セミナーへご参加いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。To begin today's event, may I invite Mr. R. Madhusudan, Church Affairs, Embassy of India, Tokyo, to give opening remarks. はじめに駐日インド大使館代理大使 R. マドゥスーダンより開会挨拶を申し上げます。
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. K.K. Nirala, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, and his delegation. Ms. Akiko Okumura, Executive Vice President of JETRO. Dr. Abhay Sinha, Director General of the Services Export Promotion Council. Other speakers in today's event, representatives from the gaming and animation industries, innovators, artists, inventors, investors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon and a warm welcome to Embassy of India. It's a great privilege to welcome you all here today for this special event dedicated to exploring new avenues of collaboration between India and Japan in the field of gaming, animation, and the wider media and entertainment industry. At the outset, I would like to express my appreciation to all our partners, industry leaders, creative professionals, startups, and institutions who are working with us to make this engagement meaningful and future-oriented. And once again, a warm welcome to the delegation from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting of Government of India to this event. Friends, recently we had a very successful visit by Prime Minister Modi to Japan for the India-Japan Annual Summit. During the visit, our two countries agreed to set a broad vision for guiding the future course of our relationship. This vision encompasses 8 areas: economic partnership, economic security partnership, technology, health, ecology, mobility, people-to-people exchanges, and state-to-prefecture cooperation. Among other things, we have also decided on a target of 10 trillion yen of private investment from Japan to India in the next 10 years. This target is not a unilateral aspiration. It is a joint commitment by the governments of India and Japan, and from our part, the Government of India is fully committed to making all efforts to facilitate investments from Japanese businesses to realize this target well ahead of time. Friends, the media and entertainment industry in India is one of the fastest growing in the world. It is estimated that the online gaming industry in India will be worth 4.5 billion US dollars in 2026. The number of gamers in India are expected to grow from 455 million to over 500 million by next year, with more than 500 million internet users, one of the largest youth populations in the world, and rapidly increasing consumption of online content, India offers not only skilled production capacity, but also one of the largest and most dynamic consumer markets for digital entertainment. And the government of India has been giving a very strong policy push and a strong focus in promoting this sector through policy regulations that recognizes the online gaming sector as one of the most dynamic segments of the digital and creative economy, encourages esports, and promotes safe online social and educational games. Friends, Japanese creativity in animation, gaming, and comics has influenced generations across the world. Anime and manga are household names in India, just as Japanese video game franchises have shaped popular global culture. Japanese studios are admired for their mastery in storytelling, their ability to create immersive worlds, and their innovative use of design and technology. There is enormous respect among Indian audience for Japanese anime, and equally a growing recognition in Japan of the talent, capacity, and creativity emerging from India. We look forward to harnessing the strengths of each other to act as force multipliers, where Japanese expertise in storytelling and design, combined with India's scale, talent, and technological capabilities, can create content that resonates not only in our two countries, but across the global market. Leaving these thoughts of endless possibilities in your mind, I warmly encourage the stakeholders from both the countries, studios, investors, universities, startups, and creative professionals to seize this opportunity to push forward collaboration in the sector. The Embassy of India, for our part, will remain an active facilitator and a partner in your efforts, helping you to connect, collaborate, and create. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your remarks. Next, I would like to request Mr. K.K. Nirala, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, to make remarks on Indian M&E sector, policy and initiative in the AVGC sector, and presentation on Waves Bazaar. 続きまして、インド情報放送省時間法 KK ニララ様より、インドのメディアエンタメ分野及びアニメ、視覚効果、ゲーム、コミック分野の政策と取り組みについてのご挨拶と、ウェイブズバザールについてのご講演をいただきます。
So, thank you to all of you. Dr. Madhusoodanji, CDFA, Ms. Akiko from JETRO, and the team from India, from the government side, as well as from the industry side. So, good afternoon to all of you, esteemed industry leaders, colleagues, friends from Japan. It is indeed my honor to address you today on behalf of this Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. So India and Japan have continued to have a very strong and long-standing relationship. The India-Japan relationship is rooted in the history, culture, and shared democratic values. Over the years, it has transformed into a very strong and special strategic and global partnership based on the trust, mutual respect, and common interest. The confidence Japan places in India is well documented. Japan is the fifth largest investor in India, contributing FDI inflows of more than 43 billion since April 2000. Over 1400 plus Japanese companies operate in India with at least 1.8 billion US dollar invested under production linked incentive schemes. Friends, today's event is designed as a high-impact networking platform to create a stronger collaborations between India and Japan and global partners in gaming, esports, animation, and immersive media. Our goal is not just to do the networking, but to pave the way of concrete business deals, a strategic partnership, and meaningful knowledge exchange that benefit all stakeholders between the two countries. Let me begin by explaining the role of this Ministry of Information and Broadcasting in promoting Indian content and services globally. With India being the fifth largest economy, or in fact that we can say it is growing, and every day that we are now rising in this steps, with a GDP of more than 4 trillion US dollar, we are committed to positioning India as a global hub for media and entertainment. As world largest film producer, over 2000 films annually in more than 40 plus languages, India offers a thriving ecosystem not only in film sector but also for gaming, animation and digital content supported by talent pool over 4.5 million professionals. Today, India has a co-production treaties with 17 partners countries, and I'm happy to inform that talks with Japan are at advanced stages and things will move very substantially. To build on this strength, Government of India launched BAVES, the World Audio Visual and Entertainment Summit, as a convergence platform for film, TV, OTT, music, gaming, and immersive technology. Its flagship B2B e-marketplace, Waves Bazaar, already connects more than 5,500 buyers with 6,000 sellers and has onboarded more than 2,000 projects. Friends, India's strength is in gaming, animation, and digital content are truly remarkable and poised for the exponential growth. Our media and entertainment industry is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate, what our Dr. Madhusudan ji has already mentioned very nicely about the growth trend of Indian media and entertainment industry. And I hope we will reach 50.2 billion US dollar by 2029. We have the second largest anime fan base globally, which is about 60% of the world's enthusiasts. Online gaming and esports are expanding at 19% compound annual growth rate, which is the highest in the world that we can say, and 500 online gamers, or in fact more than that of it is today. So India's animation and VFX sector is thriving and driven by the youth with a medium age of 28.4 years. India is already that we have seen is a very young country. So the government of India under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji reinforces this strength with a robust program to support India's studios in international markets. Through the National AVGC mission, we are focusing on integrated promotion and growth of animation, visual effects, gaming, and comics, emphasizing education, skilling, and capacity building. Skilling and incubation programs such as the Create in India Challenge nurture original IP creators and connect them to the international opportunities. In addition, the Indian Institute of Creative Technology, IICT, which is situated in Mumbai, is being established a world-class talent hub for reskilling, upskilling the creators, serving both Indian and global media and entertainment industry. And we are also promoting the incubators and media labs at the national and regional levels that democratize the technology and enhancing the sectors that will be the financial viable for India. Japan is a valued partner in the journey with a deep synergies in the anime, gaming, and OTT content. Notably, Japanese investors ranked India as the most preferred investment destination in 2019, and since today also. We see this momentum accelerating in the creative economy, highlighting by the strategic collaborations such as the Tech Mahindra's partnership with the Fuji TV to develop and produce content for global entertainment industry. I will take this opportunity to urge the Japanese industry to engage deeply through co-production, investments, and the joint ventures. Finally, I have a distinct pleasure to formally extend invitations to all of you and Japanese participation at the upcoming International Film Festival of India, IFFI 2025, and Web Film Bazaar in Goa, which is to be scheduled in the month of November 2025. IFI is designed to help international partners connect with the very best of the India's creative economy. Entertainment has always been more than business, and it is a bridge between the culture, a shared experience that unites people across languages and geographies. With India and Japan joining forces, I believe we can create stories and experiences that inspires the whole world. I look forward to this idea, collaborations and friendship that will emerge from this event and also at the Tokyo Game Show over the next few years. So at last, we would like to tell you about the Web Bazaar, what I have mentioned here. So Web Bazaar is not only a platform, but it's an opportunity to whole world to exchange their content, to sell their contents, to get the business in the very right opportunities. So I request my colleague Sri Tanvay Sankarji, who will come and just give you a overlook of this Web Bazaar. Welcome, Tanvay Sankarji. Please come.
Good afternoon, everybody. Is it working? Right. So the idea of Wave Bazaar was, as per our Honorable PM, to make India as one of the biggest soft power for in the globe. The idea of this Wave Bazaar was to create an environment and a platform where we have everybody, any buyer and a seller can come and onboard there, and they can exchange their ideas, especially in terms of the content. And that's what it was inaugurated in January 2024, where we have just engulf all the sectors of media entertainment sector, which include films, OTT, animation, gaming, AVGC content, and everything, including live events. So that was the idea behind that. So we have done a POC during the waves in Mumbai this year in May, and then almost we have around more than 5,000 buyers and sellers onboarded on the platform, including the domestic and the international players. So next, please. So it is, again, as I said, it's a platform where all the content creators can come and they can push their content. So it is, I mean, we have seen a lot of marketplace in the market. Just like for buying, we have Amazon. We have for other perspective, we have like for skills, we have freelancers. So there are multiple platforms. It's a first kind of online platform where any creator can register as a seller. He can showcase his projects. Be it a skill or whatever he is showcasing, he can showcase there. And then any buyer who can also register as an investor, and they can pick the projects, they can browse the project, they can collaborate, they can handshake with both sellers, and so that they can do engagement and they can understand what project. So it's a platform where anybody can come on board and then showcase the project. So based on the online platform, we have also done a physical Wave Bazaar in Mumbai itself this year in Waves, where we have almost. Next, please. Next, please. So these are the sections which are covering the Wave Bazaar. We have films, web series, live actions, OTT, gaming. So all the categories in terms of media entertainment, they are part of this platform. Next, please. Right. So this, so now we are upgrading this platform. So this is the first stage we have already done. Now for the next section, next session, we are just working on that in terms where you can even do webinars. You can pitch your sessions. You can come and screen the, for example, a young movie producer want to screen his movie. So he can screen his movie here. He can again contact with multiple buyers who can see they can see a screening and a preview, and then they can collaborate. So that's, we are working on this part of development where we have online platform webinars, we have the pitching sessions, we have in fact also have viewing rooms. So we have also figured out in the international market, there are multiple film markets where people go and do a small viewing room. They create physical viewing rooms where any content creator showcase their projects. So by this platform, they can online showcase their projects instead of going physically. So that's an online platform which is enabling this as a part of this Wave Bazaar mission. Next, please. So that was this was overall about the Wave Bazaar. Now these are we have added some snippets what happened during Mumbai during waves. Next, please. So as our honorable PM mission was again the same, that World Audio Waves is just not a acronym, it's a wave of culture, creativity, and universal connectivity. So on his guiding lines, we are working in the direction to build this platform so that entire globe come on a one platform, and then they can exchange their ideas, their skills, their content together without any boundaries of geo boundaries, I would say. Next, please. So during the waves, we almost figure out 650 plus companies have, I mean, these are small snapshot during the waves. Almost 650 companies were there, 350 plus startups there, almost more than lakh visitors, almost 100 international speakers were there, 50 sessions, 140 plus sessions with all international delegates and plenary speakers. Almost we did some lot of challenges. So we have 34, we did across in India, we performed 34 challenges in various sectors. And we also have a delegation of these winners who probably will be performing after this session. They'll be doing a small performance they have. So we have bring up some, I mean, these have the winners from various challenges. So, and more than 63 countries have participated in this Waves first edition. Next, please. So the important was the global media dialogue, where honorable minister of our minister was there, along with our minister of external affairs were there, and from Japanese side we have leadership. Mr. Ken Akasumu, the parliamentary vice minister of education, was part of this. Next, please. He was from Japanese. I mean, they were the part of this same waves. Next, please. There were discussions about on the gaming sections. Next, please. Thank you.
So thank you to all of you, and particularly to our CDFA and his entire team, directly, indirectly. He has given a lot of supports to reach up to that level, and a lot of activities that are there with the different industry partners of Japan. I hope things will be very, very successful, and will go to India with a very substantial outcome. Thanks a lot again.
Thank you, sir, for your remarks and presentation. Next, I would like to request Ms. Akiko Okumura, Executive Vice President, Japan External Trade Organization, JETRO, to make remarks. 続きまして、JETRO 理事、奥村明子様よりご挨拶をいただきます。
Mr. R. Madhu Sudan, Church of Affairs, Embassy of India, Tokyo, Mr. K.K. Nirala, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. その他、ご登壇者、ご参加者の皆様、ただいまご紹介いただきました、JETRO 理事の奥村です。India-Japan Next Generation Economic Partnership Focus Gaming and Animation の開催にあたりまして、一言ご挨拶を申し上げます。
The Embassy of India Japan, we held Japan-India Economic Forum. 700 people participated in that. In this event, it was impressive to hear Prime Minister Modi about the future of Japan-India, and also he demonstrated a strong leadership. According to JETRO's survey, more than 80% of local Japanese companies in India would like to expand business in India. The reason why India is drawing attention is because of the booming economy and also the world's biggest population, which means that India can become #1 market in the world. And what is demonstrated by that is the increasing interest by India to the content of Japan. Recently, Japanese anime and Japanese gaming, Japanese content is very popular. There is a strong request by Japanese content industry, and JETRO established a content industry promotion site in 2023 in New Delhi. And we are introducing Japanese content, and also we are facilitating to strengthen partnership between India and Japan. As mentioned earlier, in May this year in Mumbai, there was a World Audio, Visual and Entertainment Summit, WAVES 2025. And all the stakeholders had a very active exchange of opinions between India and Japan. and there was a strong interest by Indian stakeholders to Japanese content. And also there was animation more summit held in Mumbai last month, and JETRO conducted a negotiation and a tour, and in Mera Mera Anime Japan, MMAJ was held where there was a negotiation and there was a momentum of Japanese content. And in India, Pokemon and Doraemon are very popular, which has been very familiar in Japan as well. On the other hand, in Japan, Bollywood movie content in India started to be introduced. The other day, there was India Hamamatsu Festival held in Hamamatsu City in Shizuoka Prefecture, and I hear that there was a strong momentum about where Indian movie dance was demonstrated. There is an active activity on that initiative, and JETRO is going to strengthen such an initiative furthermore, and trustworthy local partners are very important to make such an initiative successful. JETRO is also expanding a network with local companies for this content sector, and we'd like to make efforts for that. Thank you very much.
奥村様、ありがとうございました。Next, I would like to request Dr. Abhay Singh, Director General, Service Export Promotion Council, to make presentation on introduction to the export in gaming industry from India. 続きまして、サービス輸出促進協議会、ダイレクタージェネラル、アバイ・シン様より、インドのゲーム産業における輸出の概況と題したご講演をいただきます。
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. R. Madhusudan, Charge of Affairs, Embassy of India, Japan. Mr. K.K. Nirala, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. Ms. Akiko from JETRO. Sridhar from GDI. Our Chairman, Karan Rathore from ACPC. Board Member, Mr. Deepak Deopa. And Tomoharu-san, thank you for this opportunity to make a presentation specifically about the gaming sector where India and Japan can look for collaboration. And we have chosen the occasion of Tokyo Game Show to be here and act as a platform for Indian and Japanese business firm, just the way JETRO does for Japan. We are there as a link between the business communities under Ministry of Commerce, supported by Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Services Export Promotion Council was set up to take care of all the services sector, including AVCG, M&E, and gaming in particular, we are focusing on. We can go to the next slide. Have a look at it, and you'll find we tried to just make a small glimpse of how the gaming industry is there and what market size it has. You'll see in the second column, it is 187.7 billion USD. When you combine everything together, it goes up to 380 billion, approximately US market. Japan has quite a sizable size here. When we compare it with Indian size, very small, but of course, like we are having a kind of, we can say, a nascent stage in gaming sector, but we have highly educated, skilled force, and that's what we can offer. Mobile game, personal computer, console, cloud gaming, e-sports, where we talk about event media and a sponsorship. And we see the Japanese position and India's position in terms of market and size, and how do we synergize the strength of Japan and the strength of India, given the size and the export. And also, there is a huge scope of the collaboration in the merchandise aspect of the gaming sector in animation as well, as mentioned by uh, Joint Secretary Sir as well. We would like to act as a facilitation desk for meeting point for understanding the needs of Indian and Japanese business in the gaming sector and how they can together collaborate not only for their own mutual benefit, but how they can position the gaming sector in the world. And that's why we are here taking this occasion. And it is based on the need, the Japanese buyer needs, and what some of them are highlighted here. Can we go to the next? Because, this co-development of console and PC titles. That's what was mentioned in the last column under a certain HS code. We can talk about live operations. That's your strength. High fidelity arts. That's what you require. Audio and cinematic trailers with cultural fit. We know it's a very important factor for Japan. And how do we synergize in the cultural aspect? And localization, the language, which is a major issue. User support and community management and player safety operations. That's what we have noted is the need of the Japanese buyer. And what are our supply strength? Let's have a look at that as well. Is studios with ship titles. We are working on it, and with Jedi and everyone else, we are creating a ecosystem with the support from Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Ministry of Commerce, and initiatives of waste, which has been just presented to you. Quality assurance, that's a very important part when we look at every aspect of the game development. Data engineering, a lot of young people are coming up and they can provide large art and studios pipeline, competitive cost, and of course, quality assurance again. And we would like to facilitate this through certain aspect, like it can be identifying. So what we have clubbed here is bilingual discovery. How do we curate those shortlisting? How do we talk about the compliances? A structured introduction can be made between the Japanese business entities with the Indian entities. That can be in the bilingual language, and at the same time, it can be time bound, because that's where I feel we need to bring together the businesses in a more aggressive manner with certain timelines in mind. Then term-based management, as we call it, and of course the agreement with response targets, as I just mentioned. Can we have the next slide, please? Now this is it. Like some of the points were mentioned in the very first slide. Global ranking, Japanese stands third in the world market. We are far behind, we know, but whatever we are offering is based on the inherent skills and the huge manpower at the very affordable but highly trained. And that's where we look at the collaboration on the skilling side as well. A lot of universities, a lot of educational institutions from India are willing to collaborate with Japanese universities. And we had a meeting just a while back here, and we noted that it is not between the ministries, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting or the counterpart here, but it will be a kind of interministerial coordination and cooperation. And that's where ACPC, along with everyone else here, is well poised to provide you that kind of framework, institutional mechanism. And that's what your position and what we can collaborate based on the core strengths as mentioned in the slide. Next, please. Like some of the areas which have been identified: porting services, art and animation, quality assurance, live operations. These are the areas like broadly mentioned here. And next slide, please. And as mentioned in the very beginning, what we stand to gain. I did mention about India's role, the collaboration, and how we can play a very important role in the gaming sector in the world, because demand is increasing. We understand that its size is more than a film making size, and we are known for making films. We would like to be known for making games as well, along with your support, your experience in that. And that's what we have noted. Certain work streams have been defined. IP-led co-development can be the area, porting and optimization, quality assurance, localization and community, live operations and analytics, e-sports marketing and licensing. And we have to gain mutually Japanese role, India's role, and what we can gain mutually. And that's their like faster content velocity, could be their parallelized ports, quicker platform reach, higher pass rates, predictable release cadence, respective culturalization. That's what was noted in the previous slides. Longer lifetime value, faster issue recovery, faster market entry, and diversified revenue. That could be the areas where we can look at synergizing our effort together. Next, please. And when we look at, summarizing it, it is intake, blueprint, shortlist, trials, contract, scale. That's what where we can collaborate together. Graphically, it can be seen in the next slide, please. This is what we are there to offer to you in terms of SCPC facilitating the business interest of Japanese firms as well as Indian firms with having the ecosystem developed by Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, Ministry of Commerce. Our embassy here will be playing a lead role in curating, in looking that we all come up well in our roles and responsibility as mentioned here, and with the mutual interest which can be shown in the business networking which will follow this particular interaction. And next slide, please. I have already mentioned here, and we can look at the last slide of that. Next, this is the advantage we talk about it. So with these words, I conclude my presentation and believe that one small step taken here today will definitely be a giant leap forward for the gaming sector, for Japan and India in a very collaborative mode. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Next, I would like to request Mr. Sridhar Mukpidi, Chairperson, GTAI, co-founder, Yes No, to make remarks on Indian game industry overview. 続きまして、インドゲーム開発協会議長、イエスノーム共同創業者、スリダール・ムッピチ様よりインドゲーム業界の概要についてご講演をいただきます。
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Sridhar Mupri. I head up a gaming studio called Yes No. We're a small mobile casual gaming company. We've been around, we've been building games since the inception of App Store by Apple for almost like 17 years now. One of the first gaming studio to do that from India. I'm also the chairman of Game Developer Association of India, which basically more or less represents all the gaming companies in India, at least the conventional video gaming companies or mobile gaming companies. We usually focus on talent development, skill upskilling people, as well as creating business opportunities. We've been working with SCPC and MIB for past few years, and they've been facilitating, or they've been bringing along Indian delegations to GDC, Gamescom, Tokyo Game Show for the past few years now. So I would like to take this opportunity, and I also want to say we also run the largest game developer event called Indian Game Developer Conference, which usually used to happen in a place called Hyderabad. This year we moved to Chennai. It's going to happen in November. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So today I wanted to take this opportunity. I'm going to keep this short. Take this opportunity to talk about two opportunities India presents. One, the Indian market size. The latest numbers are 650 million gamers in India. 650 million. India has the highest number of monthly, if you look at just monthly numbers, India has the highest number of game downloads in the world, right, by country-wise. And thanks to some of the new policies government has come up with, people who are traditionally used to be RNG players have moved to conventional video games. And we've seen all around our DAOs and the numbers have gone up in past few weeks. So that's a good sign. The point I was trying to make, or I'm trying to make here, is while you could look at India as like a download form. There are a lot of downloads. You can get them inexpensively. But with numbers going up, with the ecosystem the way it is, with UPI and others, the Indian stack, we have noticed that a lot of people are paying. Out of the 650 million people I just talked about, almost 250 million people have known track record of paying for games, right? These are numbers coming from big platforms. And the other aspect I wanted to say, Indians are crazy about Japanese content. I myself, along with my daughters, was standing in line at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch Demon Slayer a few weeks back, right? And that wouldn't have happened, right? We are all crazy about anime. We are all crazy about manga, Japanese and Korean content. So there is a huge opportunity to bring in more of Japanese content to India. And we hope you would consider bringing in some of your games to India. The second opportunity I want to talk to you about is the massive talent pool in India. We have over 11 million graduates every year. Out of that, 1 million are computer science graduates, which is like an insane amount of raw talent, right? And we have recorded so far about 500 gaming studios, which are building games. And every week we are hearing about newer gaming studios. So that's another thing we want you guys to think about, which is there's a large number of gaming studios, a lot of raw talent, and you guys have the expertise of building high quality games. So we want you to look at India as a market to come build, collaborate with Indian developers, right? So that's one of the things I want to talk about. Lastly, as I was talking about, we also do the India's largest game developer conference called Indian Game Developer Conference, which is again supported by both the MIB and SCPC. And we would like to invite you. It's happening in the first week of November. And it basically brings together literally every game developer in India, shows up. That's one time is part of Indian calendar. We all are there just to hug each other, if not anything. And talk about how our year went. We learn from our experiences, which is like any other gaming event. If you're in the conference circuit, you know what we do, right? And this is the largest one. We facilitate investor publisher connects, where publishers from around the world, investors from around the world come. We introduce them to the newest and the youngest gaming studios which have popped up. We have over content spread over 3 days, almost 8 different parallel tracks which happen. And everything from art to design, everything covered, over 150 different sessions which happen. So we would love for you guys to come, visit us, and learn more about Indian market. That's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your remarks. Next, may I request Mr. Tomoharu Urabe, Managing Director, MIXI, to make presentation on investing in India. 続きまして、MIXI マネージングディレクター、浦部智春様より、インドへの投資についてご講演をいただきます。
This should work. Okay. How can I go back to this? Stop. Sorry, just a moment. I'm trying to rewind this. Can somebody do that? Okay, thank you. Hi everyone. Thank you for having me here today. I'm very honored to share our journey to invest in the India entertainment. Now that I see our partners from India who helped us start investing in India, Justin is there, right? And our partners and also founders from India are visiting here in Tokyo for the Tokyo Game Show. I'm very happy to be presenting this today. But just for those who are not really who are not familiar with MIXI, MIXI is a listed company in the Tokyo Exchange. We have mainly 3 business pillars in the digital entertainment, lifestyle, and sports. Under the digital entertainment, we make games, and we publish games, and we also make animes, and we collaborate with anime IP owners. So in our games, in the license. So I say Mixi is a very active consumer entertainment company, and we are also known for the active investors. And I come from the investment department from Mixi. Well, talking about Mixi's India investment, we started 2 years ago, 2023. We announced that Mixi is starting 50 million India focused entertainment fund. When we announced this, it was featured in Inc. 42, Money Control, Economic Times on the paper as well. So we are happy. We had a very good start in the announcement. The reason why I found out is that in 2023, it was called a funding winter after the COVID. A lot of investors, global investors are coming to India, but after the COVID, there was a downturn in 2023. So then I had interviews from the media, India-based journalists that most frequently asked questions like why India and why now? Because why are you starting India investment when other global investors are actually pausing or leaving out of India? Short answer is that we are committing for the long term in India's growth. Because that question, like why are you starting now, is more short-sighted. It was a investment cycle. There's a trend. Sometimes go up, sometimes go down. But we strongly believe the continued growth in India market. So we are seeing the mid to long-term growth in India, and also that coming from the corporate background, we are the patient capital, unlike the other independent VCs. So we decided to start it. Why now? Why not? And a couple of reasons. This is obvious, but economic growth is there. Bharat, as in not only the tier 1, tier 2 cities, but nowadays that even tier 2, tier 3 cities, entire India is consumer spending is growing and backed by the UPIs. UPI auto pay is also amazing nowadays for the payment. And network is also available there. Then opportunities in entertainment is obvious that Indian people love socialize and enjoy the time with your friends and family. At the moment, fintech or commerce or other sectors are more often talked about, but it's natural that as the consumer growth, consumer spending and disposable income continue to grow, then people loving the entertainment will be the next biggest growth sector. It's obvious. And also that some talent is amazing in India. Founders, I'm always impressed with the, founders as a VC capitalist. That as an investor, we meet a lot of founders, but founders are amazing in India, and the ecosystem around the startups are amazing. So I just casually mentioned like how I started to operate. First approach I took in the investing in India is that I thought I'd spend as much time in India. So last year I spent 106 days in India approximately. So I have a small office space at Koramangala in Bangalore. Bangalore is a beautiful city. Used to be there. My typical day is that I stay in the Whitefield. Then I report to the my office in Koramangala next to Nexus Mall, avoiding the traffic in the early morning. And usually my day starts with the online calls with my counterparts, my team in Japan, because of the time zone gap. Then maybe around 10 to 11 a.m., I start to meet the founders, or I travel to HSR layout or Indiranagar. It's conveniently located in Bangalore. So then, I also have a lot of conference at the mixers are happening. So it's very exciting days I spend. So I end up, spending a good amount of time in India. And naturally, there are so many industry and investors events happening. In Bangalore or Mumbai or Delhi. So I join lots of events and meet great founders in India. I think on the left is Google's I/O Connect. We had a roundtable discussion with the industry leaders and Google and government. And I think the right one, I like this photo, but those are all the pre-seed founders, not pre-founded founders, and it was a nice pitch session. And I also appreciate the Waves conference mentioned in the speech. It was a great event in Mumbai, and I had I remember having a number of great meetings in Waves. So not only joining the event, we started to host the events, organize the events to contribute to the ecosystem. So last July and August, for 2 months of time, we organized 4 events across the cities in Bangalore, in Gurgaon, Delhi, Bangalore, and Pune, and Hyderabad. Actually, when we organized the event in Pune and Hyderabad, the guests was a little surprised, like why Mixi from Japan are organizing the investors event in Pune. It was a little unusual. But my approach is that I'm aware that we are headquartered in Tokyo, Japan, but we want to be deeply rooted in India to understand how the business work in India, and also that we want to contribute to the ecosystem. So we intentionally, not just sit in the Bangalore, but we travel and we organize, we interact with the local in India people on the ground. So far, we invested in 11 early stage startups in the gaming and consumer tech sectors. And I'm proud to say that all portfolios are showing strong traction, and more than half of them are now, working on the next fundraising, and I'm sure that they'll be moving on to the next stage. So that startup investments are thankfully going well for us. Then I'd like to mention IGDC. IGDC is Asia's biggest gaming event happening in India every year. I mean, Sridhar from Jedi just mentioned it. It's happening in November in 5 to 7 in Chennai. So, and as a Mixi, last year's IGDC, I organized the global investors panel. So I've been collaborating with Jedi on the IGDC, but this year I'm officially working as a IGDC's international council, and I'm encouraging business leaders from Japan and Asia to join the IGDC, and we've been spending time in India. So if you are coming, please let me know, and I can probably make a relevant connections. Or also Mix is also organizing the Mixers event in IGDC, and we are also hosting some panels. So I'd love to extend an invitation to you. So I strongly encourage you to come to join IGDC. And this is to be announced soon, but we are also working on the gaming incubation program in India. We have a local partner in India, and we also good partnership with naturally Jedi and gaming ecosystem. So please, we are still finalizing the details, so I cannot really go into details yet. But I'm happy to talk about more after the program. So the last slide, the takeaway or message I wanted to make is that, naturally, India's exciting opportunities out there. But to reach the exciting opportunities there, India's slightly different from the Southeast Asia, quite different, I'd say, from Japan. So some, business people from Japan, come to India and spend 3-5 days, have a nice week, and go back to Japan. That's also not good. I encourage you to spend as many days as busy time in India. Then you get to understand it. Also, another thing I'm aware is that there are some corp dev or business people are generally interested in India. They talk about it, but they spend too much time on reading the news articles, the statistics, or report, or watch videos. But I don't think you'll ever get the hang on it out of the report. So please come visit the India, spend as many time, meet as many people. Actually, Indian people are quite welcoming to, very welcoming. So please take a flight and come to India. And for next month in November, you could join us in India, investment or business. Mix is doing both of them. And please join us in India IGTC. I'm happy to make connections and also help you to get to meet the people in India. I think we can do that. So that's all for my experience in India over the last 2 years.
レベ様、ありがとうございました。Now we will have cultural performance Bharat Parv by Symphony of India Bharat Ki Gunj。ここで Symphony of India Bharat Ki Gunj による文化パフォーマンスがございます。The band is the winner from World Audio Visual Entertainment Summit Waves Create in India Challenge, Symphony of India organized by Ministry of Information and Communication, Government of India. They will performing a folk song from India and showcasing the heritage along with two popular numbers from Bollywood. Vocalist is Mr. Vishal Mathur, keyboard and flute by Mr. Akash Saitwal, bapang by Mr. Yusuf Khan, and drummer is Mr. Yashesh Bane. このバンドはインド情報放送省主催のワールドオーディオビジュアルエンターテインメントサミット Waves Create in India Challenge Symphony of India の優勝者です。彼らはインドの民謡を披露し、その伝統を紹介するとともに、ボリウッドの人気楽曲2曲を演奏いたします。ボーカル、ビシャル・マトゥール、キーボード、フルート、アーカッシュ・サイトワル、バパンク、ユスフ・カーン、ドラム、ヤシェシュ・バネ。それではステージをお楽しみください。準備ができるまで今しばらくお待ちくださいませ。それでは準備ができたようです。まもなくパフォーマンスが開始いたします。Please enjoy the stage.
Namaste and konnichiwa, Japan. Soneri dharti jatan chandiro asman rang rangila ras bharyo तुम्हारो प्यार जी मन दीद करावो जी रखियो तरसावे हो मन सकल दिखावो जी हरी शरारत सब जानू मैं चौधरी मन से मन पाना जी मैं कह लगे हिला बुझाती धोकड़ी रे चन्ना बुझाती चांदनी मन दामन में बांधे खुशी रे झूम 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 ओ हमारे बड़ा बुझाती धोकड़ी रे चन्ना बुझाती चांदनी मन दामन में बांधे खुशी रे झूम 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 मोहनिया तूने कैसा खेला खाए हिचकोले मरे मन की ना मोहनिया तूने कैसा खेला खाए हिचकोले मरे मन की ना हरी शरारत सब जानू मैं चौधरी मन से मन पाना जी मैं कह लगे हमारे हिला जाती धोकड़ी रे चंदा बुझाती चांदनी मन दामन में बांधे खुशी रे झूम 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 ओ हमारे हिला जाती धोकड़ी रे चंदा बुझाती चांदनी मन दामन में बांधे खुशी रे झूम 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 arigatou gozaimasu एक कुड़ी जराना मोहब्बत गुम है गुम है गुम है गुम है गुम है गुम है एक कुड़ी जराना मोहब्बत गुम है गुम है गुम है गुम है गुम है गुम है हाय साथ मुराती सोनी भगत गुम है गुम है गुम है गुम है गुम है गुम है
So this song is basically about a girl whose name is a resemblance of love, but she's lost somewhere, lost in that love. सूरत उसदी परिया वर्गी सीरत दियो मरियम लगदी हंसदी है ता फूल झड़ देने तुरदी है तो गजल है लगदी एक कुड़ी जिराना मोहब्बत गुम है गुम है गुम है कहते हैं खुदा ने इस जहां में सभी के लिए किसी ना किसी को है बनाया है किसी के लिए तेरा मिलना है उस रब का इशारा मानो मुझको बनाया तेरे जैसे ही किसी के लिए कहते हैं खुदा ने इस जहां में सभी के लिए किसी ना किसी को बनाया हर किसी के लिए मेहरबानी जाते जाते मुझ पे कर गया गुजरता सा लम्हा एक दामन भर गया तेरा नजारा मिला रोशन सितारा मिला तकदीर की कश्तियों को किनारा मिला सदियों से तरसे है जैसी जिंदगी के लिए तेरी सोहबत में दुआएं है उसी के लिए कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता कैसे है ये क्यों है ये क्या पता कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता अब क्या है कहना हमको है रहना जन्नत सजाई मैंने सारी तेरे लिए कहते हैं खुदा ने इस जहां में सभी के लिए हो Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you very much for the wonderful performance. Now we will conclude the seminar on India-Japan Next Generation Economic Partnership Focus Gaming and Animation today. 本日のイベント、日印次世代経済パートナーシップゲームアニメ業界セミナーを終了とさせていただきます。